welcome back to depression-youarenotalone.com. I am Shannon. To my right is Lou, aka Lewis. And behind the scenes is John, who doesn't say anything, so we're going to on him.
Yeah, well, right back at you.
Okay.
I feel like I need a shower.
This is an exciting topic today.
Well, hello everyone. This one is about Rideshare.
Yeah, no, wait, hold on. Let me finish.
Shirt.
Let me finish.
My Portugal shirt.
Okay, well, that's fine. But this is an intriguing topic that I hope everybody pays attention to, because Lou's going to express something to you that he thinks that a particular set of people or whatever need to do, and he'll explain why. So please chime in and listen in, and I hope you gain something from this, honestly, because it's true.
What I always try to do in every episode we've ever done, right, and just sit, instead of sitting here just chirping things, I talk about results, right? Because I think it's important so you have credibility in your words, experiences, what you did, what you didn't do, and then share them with people so other people can say, okay, I tried that, or I'm going to try that, or I shouldn't try that because it, you failed at it, or whatever the case may be.
Well, don't forget, there's a lot of people out there that have actually no experience with depression or any, and they're just chirping.
Well, this one is, I think it's actually should be required.
I agree.
For a therapist, if you're going to become a licensed therapist, you have to be a driver
or a
for 2 weeks.
counselor, or a counselor, or a social worker. Any of those.
Yeah,
any of those.
You have to be a driver for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Because you know what I do now? What I do, of course, is different than a lot of people because I'm observant. I take notes.
Well, explain to you why you're doing this.
So what I do is I decided, okay, I'm going to do this to see different people, to see how they are.
For 2 weeks.
How they treat me, how they act, their ages, I'll say too, their race, everything. And to start to see if there's a pattern here. And I'll be damned if there isn't a consistent pattern. I'll give you an example. So for these, I don't drive at night. I'm not doing. I'm sorry. Did you do it for a living.
Did you clarify this was a test? Because I didn't hear that.
Yes, it was a test. I'm not doing this for a living. This is my career.
Well, we don't care if you do, but
no, I know. If anybody wants to, absolutely.
No, but that's a perfect way to do a test to find out about different people.
This is how you get to know people to the point. In my case, at least, because I'm observant, and this is what I do, mental health. So I take notes. That I already can predict. I can already predict the person sitting in my car. Are they going to tip? Are they going to talk to me? Are they going to be polite? Or are they going to stick headphones on and ignore me? I already know because of the patterns. Now I'm going to say this. The worst people are the young people. Sorry, absolute worst people. But I'm also going to say this. This is what's wonderful about this. I get a kick out of this. I've shared information with both of you, haven't I?
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I know.
The most polite people I have had in my car as a group. Did I tell you who it was? I told you.
Yes.
Young black men.
True story.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you for...
Respectful.
Super respectful and polite. There was one young man, I said to him before I dropped him off, I said, I just want to tell you something. He goes, yes, sir. I said, you are a fine young man. Mm-hmm. You are so polite. And he goes, well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I said, no, I want you to tell your mother I said that. I told him that. I want you to tell your mother that your driver said that to you. Because your mother, I believe, also deserves a lot of credit. Mm-hmm. And he said, oh, absolutely. Those are the politest group of people that I've had in my car. The least polite are young girls.
Yeah, young girls have...
You want to get offended? No, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Because I'm sick and tired of this shit. I am sick and tired of this shit because I deal with mental health, so I have to deal with facts, reality, patterns. When people get offended over everything, I really don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, neither do I.
Because I deal in a world of reality. I had to deal in the world of reality to save my own life. So if you live in a world of fantasy, everything offends you. Too bad for you. Thank God for me that I don't live in your world. That I've been there to help other people. I've been there to help myself, dealing with reality and facts and patterns, not fantasies.
Well, a lot of the cases with these professionally offended, they get offended for stuff that has nothing to do with
She
them.
just tapped me. Don't tap me because I'm making a point. I am sick and tired of this. The professionally offended.
I coined
Okay.
that one, by the way.
What you do is research things, know things, experience things, and then come to a conclusion. Like I did. I'll give you an example. We're in South Florida. I cannot speak for the rest of the country or the world because Uber and
Well,
Lyft
we are in South
are
Florida.
all over the world. They're in many, many countries.
Yeah, but we are.
Yeah, plus others.
I can only speak for here. We have three.
Which is a transit state.
Three island nations
Very transient.
that are big in South Florida. Bahamas, Haiti, Jamaica.
Well, there's a couple of others,
There's a
too.
couple more. Those are our big three here,
Yeah.
where we are, that have sat in my car. I don't think I have ever had a Jamaican person in my car that was not friendly.
I've never met a Jamaican person that was not friendly.
Super friendly.
Because, and someone can say, well, how do you know? You know how I know where they're from? Because I ask them.
Yeah, of course. We ask
So
questions.
where are you from?
We're not making it up.
Where are you from? Because remember what I'm doing and why I'm doing this.
Right. There's a purpose behind
I'm not
it.
assuming someone's from here or from there. I ask them. Again, I don't think I've ever had a Jamaican person that did not interact with me, joke around, laugh, friendly. Same thing with Bahamians.
Yeah.
Friendly, talk to you. The whole ride is a conversation. Talking about a lot of different things and laughing and having fun. I said three. Bahamas, Jamaica, and Haiti. I told you about Bahamas
Oh, yeah, I know.
and Jamaica, how friendly they are.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that one alone there. Another issue. For people to understand something, because I had a conversation with a gentleman, he didn't know how these share rides work. So he asked me, well, how do you get paid? And I told him, well, listen, what you pay, let's say you pay $10 for the ride. The driver doesn't get $10. And he said, really?
Well, how would the
And
company make money? I mean,
Okay, exactly. That's like Saturday Night Live used to do the commercial for New York Change Bank.
Yeah,
That
that was
gave
great.
change.
yeah, oh yeah. That's
How
fine.
they
So
make
if you bring
money,
in a 10, they'll give you
volume.
5
Yeah,
and 5
yeah,
singles.
yeah.
And then they were asked, well, how do you guys make money? And
Yeah.
they said, easy, volume.
Volume.
yeah.
Volume.
That was one of their better ones.
Yeah,
That was
a good
great.
one.
That was
That
like
was a
three
good
of
one.
them.
That
It was like three of them in one episode.
That was it back in the day.
But exactly, right? How do you make money? Volume.
Yeah.
So I said, well, how would the company make any
Yeah.
money if they're paying the driver exactly what
Yeah,
they're charging
yeah, you
you?
couldn't.
They like if you pay 10, then the driver's going to get like 7 something or 8.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh wow, I didn't know that.
Well, I mean,
No, nobody knows that.
thought
I didn't
into
know
it.
that.
Yeah,
They
but
don't
they
even
don't
about
think.
it,
They don't
right?
think
They
about
don't even
it.
think about it.
Which is okay.
I'll say
guess.
I'll say this too. Let me go back to the islands. Those 3 islands. The Jamaican people and the Bahamian people. Tip. I'll leave the rest up to you. I've experienced so much. Let me tell you this. I drove millionaires to their homes. How do I know they're millionaires?
You have conversations
Well,
with them.
Well, here's a simple,
you're dropping off at
here's
the
a
house.
simple way of knowing. I would pick them up at the dealership where their cars are being serviced, and then I drop them off at multi-million-dollar homes.
Yeah.
And you know what? A lot of them would do not tip you.
Yeah.
No tip.
That is just incredible. It's no, that's not the choice of words I want. Incredible. It is just absolutely disturbing. Is that? I don't even know what the word I want to give you.
Cheap
Oh,
assholes.
No.
They
Well,
have this,
yes, but no.
They have this mentality of being special.
But
So-
there are some. Not
there
all.
are
This
some.
doesn't pertain to all.
Do you guys remember the movie with Schwarzenegger? What was it on Mars?
Mars.
Yeah, Total Recall.
Total Recall, yes, you nailed it. Total
That was a
Recall.
good movie.
Do you remember the cab driver was a robot?
Yeah.
No.
Remember?
No.
It was a robot. He would turn around. It was a robot.
What, did he get a tip?
Schwarzenegger yanked him out of the sea.
Right, yanked him out of
Oh,
the
that was his tip.
This is what a lot of people do, especially young people. This is what a lot of young people do. They treat you as if you're not there.
Beneath them.
You're a robot.
Yeah.
You could be a robot. They don't care. They put their headphones on. They completely ignore you. They don't talk to you. They don't tip you. They don't tip you. You're nothing. So a 20-year-old or a 21-year-old comes in with a lot of attitude.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Now, let me also explain this, because to make this test work, I have a nice car,
Very nice.
a very nice luxury car.
Yeah, true.
Spotless.
Yeah, true.
Spotless. I am polite to everyone, whether they're not polite or not.
Sure.
Because to do this right, this is how you have to do it. Not give a passenger any reason to be negative.
To do like this.
To
Yeah.
be negative. That is how you can see the patterns of different age groups, different races, different genders.
And again,
by
over a
being-
2-week
by being
period of time.
Consistent. By being consistent.
We had to
as
get the
driver,
pattern. We had to get the pattern.
As the driver.
And you don't even leave your shoes in that car,
Oh, not in this car. It's a luxury.
like the other ones.
So,
Yeah.
as I said, I have gotten to the point where when someone would get in my car, I already knew they're not going to talk to me. Even
Certain people.
though I would say hello, how are you? I would treat everybody the same. This person is not going to tip.
Yeah.
Not going to tip.
You were spot on.
Now there are the cases where kind
Few
of
and far
throw things
between.
off.
Few and far between.
I went to a hotel and picked up 2 ladies. These are 2 white ladies in their 50s. And I laughed about this. So I pull up to the hotel. They got in the car. They had their luggage sitting there. I got out of the car while they were sitting in the car talking. I loaded up the trunk with their luggage. Drove them in the car. They asked to change the radio station. They wanted it cooler, and then they wanted it warmer. They did no problem. I took them to the port of Miami, cruise ships. Got there. They sat in the car in the air conditioning. I unloaded their car. I grabbed their bags. I put everything outside. When they saw I had everything outside and closed the trunk, that's when they got out. The porter comes up. He wraps a thing around the bags and walks away. They gave him $20 for doing that. They never tipped me a dime.
Disgusting.
Not a dime.
Disgusting.
Well, they had this sense of entitlement.
Okay? And they were high maintenance.
Clearly.
Older people, I'm looking at patterns, right? Because they're consistent patterns. Older people, take them to the doctor here or there. They'll tip you. What I noticed a lot of them do is they don't tip you on the app.
They tip you later?
They give you cash.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They give you cash.
Maybe they don't know.
Because
They don't know how to do it.
Or
They don't
in
know
some
how to-
cases, in some cases, this was the other situation where that ride, it's not theirs. It's a son or a daughter
No, that provided
That
it
did the
for you.
ride.
did the
Yeah,
ride for
yeah.
them.
Right.
So they'll give you cash.
But and some of the older people also will give people, not just in ride shares, but in restaurants. So they'll give them cash so they don't have to pay taxes on it. It's free money.
Well,
And not only that, a lot of these older people are used to running cabs.
Yeah.
are they tipping cabs?
They tip.
You
they
tip
tip
cabs.
Yeah,
you
you
don't
tip
tip
cab drivers.
Others?
Let me explain something to you
Others?
folks that are not aware or don't care. Again, I'm not doing this for a living. Not doing this.
It was
for
a
my life,
2-week test
but
to make a
I do
point.
feel bad for drivers
These
because
ride shares.
it's just people are just beyond me.
Yeah.
Our people are just, in some cases, I'm going to say it, pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Because
No respect.
Again, I deal with reality,
No.
not fantasy, not getting offended over everything, over facts.
Yeah.
A driver pays their own gas, own repairs on their cars. If they have a repair on their car, they have to pay for it.
Of course.
Tires, oil changes, whatever.
Insurance.
Insurance, Uber or Lyft or whoever it is, doesn't pay the driver anything. They provide you the rides, and they take their commission out of the ride. Everything else is your responsibility. Now, for those that think, oh, you know what, I'm going to do this for a living, I wouldn't suggest it. And I'll tell you why. Because the mileage, if you do it, I mean, I only did a few hours a day, and I wouldn't do it at night, just a few hours a day during the day. If you're doing this 10, 12 hours a day, the mileage you will put on your car, the repairs, the depreciation, you may think you're making money, but when it comes down to it, there's not a lot of money in it.
Well, I'm going to chime in for a second.
For someone who's not done it, but go ahead.
No, I haven't done it. No, but you've done it, so I can go off of it. I can piggyback off of you, of course. But if this is what you want to do, by all means, do it. Right? I mean, by all means, there are benefits.
Of course.
What I would suggest don't quit your job.
Well, hold on. Some people might need it, or this could be a second job. Number one benefit of these ride shares, you get paid instantaneously. So maybe it's not your full-time job. Maybe if you want to do some extra, you want to take a girlfriend or whatever out for extra.
Of course. So you have a bill to pay.
If you have a bill to pay, you go out for like 5 hours. You got money right then and there.
We can't get into all that because everyone can have different circumstances.
I'm just saying.
If you want to make extra money.
It's a good way to do it.
Right now,
understand.
But your car is going to be.
Understand.
But we are dealing
with
the people that are riding.
You're putting a lot of miles on your vehicle.
And you got some rude-ass people.
Your vehicle is depreciating. Okay, and don't think I'm going to lease a car to do this. Because you're putting a lot of miles on when you're going to turn the car in, you're like screwed.
You get some Rudy Chooties.
You're screwed because you have limitations on your lease, on mileage and everything else. Now, if you want to make extra money, of course, it would be a lot better if people were more decent.
And they tipped.
If people were decent.
And tipped.
And respectful.
Yeah, and tipped.
People suck.
And respectful. Because I look at it this way. You're getting in my car. You're 20 years old or 19 years old. You got a big chip on your shoulder.
Oh yeah.
I have a nicer car than you have because you don't even have a car.
Yeah. And you're looking down on me?
I'm being polite to you, respectful to you, and you're rude.
Yeah. And they feel entitlement.
Some way, you think you're up here. I guess from your accomplishments in life, maybe that's it. You have so many accomplishments under your belt that you figure you could be rude to a person that's providing a service to you. Just like a waitress, a bartender, a cleaning lady in a hotel. You feel you're above them, right? So you can talk down to them or ignore them.
But are you really above them, honestly?
Not really.
I don't need to do this for you. I'm doing this for a reason. You don't have a car, but for some reason you're so special and important and rude. And
it's entitlement.
And don't tip. And leave shit in the car.
Yeah. Nothing good.
I have been a passenger. I always tipped.
Over and beyond.
When we over-tip. Because remember too, folks, for those that remember, I owned a bar. So
of course,
in the service industry, those of us that own bars or waitresses, bartenders, tend to over-tip because they receive tips.
Yeah. Out of fairness, I'll go off of this. I have only been in a share ride probably twice in my life, maybe 3 times, just because I'm not comfortable with them. Actually, they kind of creep me out just because I don't know who the person is, or a taxi cab.
Well,
but long story short is when we went from the bar to our house, which is a pretty long distance. Our tab was whatever it was, our share ride, and we tipped like $25.
It was cheaper than a taxi.
It was
cheaper than taxi, absolutely.
Well, whatever. The point is that we made his day.
I've had some bad rides. I had a ride with one guy.
I have.
He was actually a Haitian driver, and he was preaching to someone on the phone the whole ride.
That's not exciting.
And I'm sitting in the back seat.
That makes you uncomfortable. Anxiety.
Okay, I don't understand.
You shouldn't be on the phone.
Supposed to be providing a service.
Yeah, you don't.
Not preaching religion to someone on the phone.
Yeah, you don't
while
do
you're
that.
doing this.
You shouldn't even be on the phone.
I had a bad one come from the bar one time.
You and I had one in D.C. The guy had a shift and was holding the phone in his hand.
Yeah.
I was in the back seat flopping around like a fish because he was in a hurry. It was graduation week.
Yeah, it was graduation week, yeah.
And he was in a hurry to get back.
Yeah.
from the airport to pick up more people.
Plus his car was falling apart.
And his car is falling apart. It's filthy.
Yeah.
But there's
disgusting.
regulations I thought you had to meet these things.
Well, yeah, like I said, I had that one coming home from the bar one
I don't
time.
like them.
And this guy
whatever.
he went totally the wrong way.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's not get off.
But anyway, that's-
we're telling stories.
But anyway, yeah, you did. You did a 2-week trial. The moral of the story is he did a 2-week trial. He got to know patterns of people,
of course,
different ethnicities.
Of course, you're not going to expect that from drivers. They're doing it to make a living. They're not
Well, of
into
course,
that.
yeah.
I'm into mental health, and so to me,
But you got a lot of
I
feedback.
took notes. I saw patterns. Categorize people, and if anybody says, "Oh, you can't categorize people," well, how can I?
Yes, you can.
How can I? I'm going to tell you this. How can I predict things? Because I'm
Because you have
psychic.
patterns.
Because I'm
patterns.
psychic.
He did it.
I can predict things because of the patterns.
Yeah.
Because of the age groups. Because of different reasons. I can predict. Not psychic. Patterns. Consistent patterns.
I mean, you can. It's.
So you know what? I suggest this. It should be mandatory. You have to need to
I
drive.
agree.
You need to drive 2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's
2
it.
weeks.
2
You
weeks.
want to be a licensed therapist, whatever in the state. You need to do that for 2
But
weeks. And then turn in your notes.
not 3 hours a day. You do it for like 8 hours a day.
And turn in your notes.
And turn in your
and your
notes and then
results.
see.
And then see, because you know what? As I said this in an episode before, I was with a therapist, a young lady. She didn't ask me questions. She didn't ask me anything. She just started to tell me things. And I said to her, "Okay, I'm sorry. You're not qualified to be my therapist." And she just went, "What? You've not asked me any questions. You don't know anything about me. You didn't ask me why I'm here. What's going on? You're telling me textbook shit. I'm not textbook. I'm a human being. I have my own situation. You're telling me what you told the person before me. You're telling me the same thing, and you're going to say the same thing to the person after me."
Yeah, she shouldn't be a therapist.
No, but you know what? Experiencing things is huge.
I didn't experience it.
When I see these videos on YouTube, depression is over. Do this, go screw yourselves. You got the views, you're making money, selling videos, you're selling something, congratulations. You're also detrimental to people.
Yeah,
'Cause
very.
everybody has their own story, their own situation, their own particular situation that matters. It's not a generic thing where do this or do that and that's it. Or what depression is. Okay, I understand that's what depression. What do I do now? So what do I do?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not about telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what it is. Okay, thank you. Right?
Yeah, no, I
Thank
hear
you so
you.
much for
I
that.
agree.
That's
Yeah.
why, getting help specifically for you, one-on-one with a therapist, psychiatrist, is very important. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this because it has been a learning experience.
Yeah, totally. Truly.
Like I
'Cause
said,
I hear it.
to the point of knowing when I see someone walking
You
into
can
the
actually.
car, I can predict.
Yeah.
Are they going to talk to me? Are they going to be
Yeah,
rude?
and you're right.
Are they going to be arrogant?
And you're right.
Are they going to tip?
And you're right.
I already know. And I'm right at the end of it when they leave. I'm right.
Maybe a couple of circumstances you're wrong, but
there's
majority,
one here or one there.
majority, you are
But one
right.
here or there
That
does
is true.
not ruin
no,
a pattern.
Exactly. No, your pattern is
If
very
you have,
strong.
If you
I
have
agree.
20 do one thing and then one other person
Yeah.
is outside
Your
of that
pattern's
pattern,
strong.
that's still a pattern.
Well, I mean that's like.
Sorry,
yeah,
20 to 1.
Of course.
It's still a pattern.
Yeah.
To where you can predict
So try it.
accurately.
Try it and learn it. Get an experience under your belt. Something that you probably would not even think of doing.
And
think outside the box.
And I had one lady tell me, just so you know, an older lady, she goes, just so you know, I was in a Rideshare up here, and the lady that drove me had a sign saying, "Tips are welcome. Thank you for tips."
I don't agree with that.
I said to her, "I'm sorry, I'm not doing it."
No, you can't do
And
that.
she goes, "Well, you have a nice car. I can see you wouldn't want that." I said, "No,
Right,
I
but you
don't-
can't
I don't
do that.
Yeah.
You know, I leave it up to people to make that decision.
They
on
should
their
make it
own.
up on their own.
Make
It's
it on
common
their own.
decency.
Decency.
That's what it is.
Because you know what? The minimum wage for tipped employees in Florida is what? It's
I think it's the federal minimum wage, I
yeah,
think.
for tipped employees. Guess what? Lyft drivers, Uber drivers, whatever, the tips make a difference in their lives. Because some of these rides are so ridiculously cheap they're not even worth doing.
Yeah.
They're not even
And they're
worth
trying to
doing.
make a living.
Yeah.
Again, if you see that you're paying $10, that driver
Is
driving
not
it
making
is not getting
$10.
$10.
$10.
Plus they have to pay for gas, repairs,
Yeah, all
depreciation
kinds
on
of
the
stuff.
car,
Tires.
all of it. Just understand that next time you take one of those rides,
Absolutely.
and be a decent person, and actually
Look at it.
treat
Look at
that person as a real person, not a robot driving you around. All right,
Thank
folks.
you for chiming
trying
in.
to share, trying to share.
Try to drive share.
And,
no.
And get people to understand things and care.
Spread the word.
So thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel. We appreciate
Take care.
the support. Take care, everyone.